have no desire to see God whatsoever. None. Not even the tiniest desire. Spiritually dead. That's right. They are spiritually dead. Dead on arrival. And yes, and they're against Christians and against Christianity. Exactly. All right, so I wanted to see this last part here before we go into the fellowship. We see here, set your mind on things above, has a connotation of giving heavenly things a large place in one's life. So think about that. As a Christian, you give heavenly things top priority in your life. The things of God are now the most important thing to you. They are the most important thing in your life. Literally the most important thing. Nothing else matters as much as God. Nothing else takes your affections as much as God. Nothing else takes more of your thought life than God and His Word. And everybody asks me all the time, how can I know more about God? And I always answer, best way to know more about God is to know more of His Word. Memorize the Bible. Memorize verses. Memorize chapters. And if you can, even memorize books of the Bible. Memorize. Start off with verses, obviously. Don't go to the moon before you go upstairs, right? You got to be able to climb a flight of stairs before you get to the moon. You got to be able to go up at least a couple of flights before you go to the top of a skyscraper. There's no way. So be honest with yourself. You take the baby steps, but you keep going forward, believing God to work a work of grace in your heart. And you grow in grace. You grow in faith. You grow in devotion. And as you grow in grace, faith, devotion, you will grow in relationship with God. Meaning, you will feel and know His will. And walking with Him will no longer be as difficult as it is now. Why? Because now your affections are geared to God and not to self. Geared to God and not to self. So it's so important that we focus on the Master. Focus on the Master. Remember when Peter was on the water? Did he think when he was looking at Jesus? The answer is no. When did Peter begin to sink? Some people say it was the waves and the storm in there. Yeah, it was that, but it was also the fact that he took his eyes off of Jesus Christ. He took his eyes and he put them on the circumstance. He put his eyes on the circumstance. He was